According to a newly released UTPA economics report, the Valley's economy is expected to grow much faster than the national average in 2015, but not fast enough to supply jobs to all of those who want them. Edinburgh is growing. Just west of the UTPA campus, many new stores and restaurants are opening their doors. But the rate of growth isn't keeping up with the population growth.
It's still growing, it's just not in a pace in which you're going to decrease the unemployment rate by leaps and bounds anytime soon.
Director of UTPA's Center for Border Economic Studies, Salvador Contreras, is putting out a new report detailing the slowdown in the Valley's economic growth rate. While Hidalgo County saw a GDP growth rate of more than 4% in 2014, Contreras says in 2015 that rate of growth will slow down to about 3.5%. Cameron County's GDP growth rate is expected to fall to 1.7%. With oil prices falling, jobs in the Texas oil fields are drying up. Lower oil means a weaker peso, meaning Mexican shoppers have less in the bank.
I don't know to what extent we'll see an effect on the number of people crossing over to shop, but definitely we expect to see it in the amount of dollars each shopper spends.
With 60% of the Valley's labor force working in retail, it's likely to have a big impact on jobs. But Director of the McAllen Economic Development Corporation, Keith Partridge, says the weaker peso can also bring better paying manufacturing jobs.
Traditionally, what we have seen in the past is when you have a downturn or when you have a weaker peso, the amount of companies that are interested in locating operation here increases. And I don't know whether there's a connection or not, but this January has been one of the most active Januaries we've seen for new companies looking at our area and committing to our area for several years.
Partridge says studies show more jobs south of the river will also bring more jobs north of it.
For every increase of 10% in production in Reynosa, increases jobs on the U.S. side here in the McAllen region by 6.6%. So if we can increase that number of new jobs in Reynosa, then you'll see a pretty substantial job growth on the U.S. side.
GDP growth across the state is expected to rise above 4%, much higher than the national average at 2.5%. In the Hidalgo County newsroom at Grande, Action 4 News.